Welcome to This Week in Poker, your source for the latest happenings in poker news. I'm Christy Arnett. The biggest news this week is about the biggest tournament series of the year, the World Series of Poker. The 2009 schedule was released a few days ago and has created quite a stir. The main event final table delay is once again back and implemented this year, and a few changes included the elimination of rebuy events, the addition of a $40,000 buy-in no-limit hold'em event. In total, there will be 57 bracelets awarded. We've got Seth Polanski, the Sports and Entertainment Director, on the line to talk about the changes. Hi Seth, how are you?
Great. How are you doing, Christy?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk about the 2009 World Series of Poker schedule.
No problem. Happy to do it.
All right, so first up on the list is that the final table delay is back. You guys had a lot of success with the TV ratings. Is that mostly what went into the decision to do it again?
Well, that was certainly a component of it, but when you combine it with sort of staging poker's biggest night and filling up the Penn and Teller Theater and having 9 new known names, boy, don't say that too many times fast. But you know, I think it achieved on all levels what we set out to do, and there's no reason not to bring it back.
Definitely. And when you guys first announced it, it seemed like there were a lot of back and forths between players, but once it really came about, it seemed like they warmed up to the idea. It was just maybe the change that scared them?
Yeah, I think, you know, the poker community is great because they're vocal, they're passionate, and they have opinions. So, I mean, it actually it keeps you on your toes and makes you look at things from a 360-degree point of view, and ultimately you hear everything that's said and you work that much harder to make sure it succeeds.
Definitely. Okay. Let's also talk about the elimination of rebuy events. For those who don't know, there are no rebuys in the 2009 schedule. What went behind that decision?
There was a lot of talk back and forth. We're fans of rebuy events here. It's just you can only have so many events on the schedule, and when we looked at it closer, we just wanted to try a year and see without rebuy events how that did, to ensure that everyone, whether you have deep pockets or not, has an equal chance to win a bracelet.
All right, and now it's the 40th anniversary of the World Series of Poker. Tell us what you guys are doing for that.
Well, we're really excited. I mean, if you think about it, to think 1970 was the first year the World Series of Poker existed. We're even older than card players. Not too many people in poker can say that, right?
Right.
So we just want to do a lot of things to commemorate the history of this great game and bring to life some fun events that will do so at this year's event.
Okay. Now, there's a $40,000 buy-in no-limit hold'em event as well?
Yes. Can we expect you to play in that one, Christy?
Maybe not, but maybe the 50,000 horse event. I got to save all my money for that event.
Very good. I was trying to get you to do the 40,000 no limit and the main event, and that's equal to the
oh, that's true. I should consider that.
Yeah, it's a new wrinkle. We don't want to scare anyone to think that this is an annual event we have planned. It's really a commemorative event to celebrate the 40th running of the World Series of Poker, and we know it's a unique event. It'll bring a lot of the biggest and brightest stars of poker together in the same room, and they'll be playing their final few tables of that event on the heels of us having a $1,000 buy-in no-limit event on the opening weekend. So we think it's great for anyone who's going to come see what the World Series of Poker is all about that opening weekend. They'll be able to mingle with the biggest names in the game and see how the high-stakes pros do.
Okay, you definitely got me. I don't think I'll be playing the 40,000 or the 50,000 horse event, but I think that I could make the $1,000 no-limit hold'em buy-in.
Very good. You'll win that, pocket, maybe $700,000-$800,000, and be on a free roll for the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely. Are there any other things that we can expect for the 2009 WSOP?
Well, the usual fun and unique events, a ladies-only tournament, Christy, another one you can do well in, is definitely going to be back. A seniors-only event, and we're generous, and we consider seniors to be 50 years young and above. And Ante Up for Africa, something that It'll be the third year we've hosted that, and some of the big name celebrities mingling with the big name pros, and anyone for that matter can enter the Ante Up for Africa tournament, which will take place the day before the main event, and that always draws an interesting confluence of people. So, and then your standard, whatever you're good at, whatever event you want to play, you'll find a game and a buy-in that suits your fancy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out, and I'm already looking forward to this summer.
Great. We look forward to seeing you there, Christy.
Thanks. Have a good day. Thanks to Polanski for taking the time to talk about the 2009 WSOP. Now on to updates from the tournament trail. Moritz Kranic won the PokerStars.com European Poker Tour Deauville event. He defeated a field of 644 players to win the more than $1.1 million first place prize. This is only his second major live tournament cash. The Borgata Winter Poker Open also crowned a champion yesterday. The $3,000 buy-in attracted 1,017 players, generating a prize pool of more than $3 million. Steve Weinstein snagged the first place prize of almost $660,000. And across the seas, the Asian Poker Tour stop in the Philippines began this week. 264 players took the felt and 69 remain. 27 players will get paid, and first place in this event is $185,000. Now, on to online poker news. Doyle's Room is now open to American players. The site has moved to the Cake Poker Network. To celebrate its relaunch, the site is hosting a $5,000 free roll this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And in online high-stakes cash game news, the games have been running quite regularly lately in the 500, 1,000 half pot limit Omaha and half pot limit Hold'em tables on Full Tilt. Six-figure pots are always a regular occurrence, like this $169,000 pot that Gus Hansen wins in PLO with a mirror pair, Ace-9 on a 9-2-3-7-2 board. Hansen is off to a great start for 2009. He's up around $2.2 million in cash games on Full Tilt. The only person doing better than him so far is Patrick Antonius, who has won an estimated $2.7 million. Tom Dwan has been taking a beating, down an estimated $3.5 million this year. Despite the recent downswing, the $1 Million Challenge is still on. He hasn't settled on his first opponent yet, but expects to get the ball rolling in February. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Poker. Have a great weekend. I'm Christy Arnett for Card Player TV.